Mike Carey here, and you're listening to the So We Don't Forget podcast. And there you go.
And that's right, you're listening to So We Don't Forget, the podcast where two siblings talk about stuff so we don't forget. I'm Felicia.
And I am Jeremy. Not Jeremy, Jeremy.
Probably wondering, is that Felicia? It is me. I'm sick, obviously.
When you first said that you were frozen, so I just saw this.
Hey.
That I heard. Yeah, Felicia, you're probably wondering. Well, you're like frozen.
Why I sound like this.
Just means she's real.
It does mean I'm real. That's what Jamal said. He said, I like when people from podcasts are sick because I know that they're real. I'm real. And probably like, Felicia, you just had a stomach bug like a couple of weeks ago. Yes, I did. All my kids at work are sick. I did take a day off to rest, and it just stinks when you're like, I feel like when you're sick and you're trying to figure out what day am I going to be the sickest that I can stay home, because obviously you can't be at home the whole time you're sick.
Right.
Not like you used to back in 2020 when they're like, you take all the time you need. If you're sick, stay home.
I seen a thing recently. It was talking about 2020. It's like, oh, it was great. You know, we got to, what'd they say? They said something like, oh, we got to stay at home all day, play video games all day. And all the comments are like, it was fun for you. I'm like, yeah. I f***ing work too, man. I never stopped.
I did work.
We should have stopped a couple times. But I remember those times. Those were some good times, though. Not the COVID part, but at the end. Because I remember especially when Cold War came out, we would all go to work and then get online and then get in the party and play Cold War and all vent about our frustrations of being at work and all the going down.
Yeah, because there was even like people at my job. There was a select amount that worked still. And then another amount got to stay home for the however many months. But everybody was making money. And they were like, man, that was a great time off. I'm like, dude, I was here.
Yeah. I mean, I had the weekend off for like 6 months, but still.
Well,
wasn't as fun.
No.
Yesterday, video games afterwards was fun, though. Especially when they had like I was playing all the video games was fun, though.
We did play a lot of video games.
We did. Especially like when we had like all like 6 or 7 of us, like as a whole team. And
well, there was nothing else to do. I mean, now though, we don't do anything after work, anyways.
No, we pretty much get on. Well, that is one thing, because I know we've talked about it before. I guess we're not going to get to whole COVID tangent, but just remind me of it. We're just how. I mean,
it is coming up. I think this week is the anniversary though. So
yeah, I just seen the other day that it was like 4 years since they started, like they canceled the March Madness and all that.
Yep.
I remember Uncle Dave was in Arizona for Cup Spring Training, and they canceled it, and he sent me and Doug a picture of like all the gates that were closed. Like they just canceled the preseason so far, or not preseason, spring training. That's crazy. But I remember that's when Tatiana started talking in the party too. Remember that? Because before you could barely hear. She'd be like, "What? I can't hear you."
Hear you.
Then all of a sudden one day, you know what? You guys. I was like, whoa, where did that come from? It's a little Tanya over there. But also, especially Call of Duty, like gun game and all that stuff, zombies, and then prop hunt. Man, what a time to be alive.
What a time. And now here we are 4 years later, still playing
I just seen a video
games.
yesterday. Let's see if I can find it. I had a video of when I was in Walmart in March of 2020, and there was no water.
There was hard to get a lot of things.
Yeah.
Toilet paper obviously was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Paper towels, cleaning, any cleaning supplies, disinfectant.
That's 2021. That's
back
2020.
When people were wiping down their groceries. I did it too. Honestly, the
world's
gross.
I
remember today.
A guy from work said he would like get groceries and leave it out for like the night just to make sure. Here it is. That's Walmart's water.
Look at that.
Water update in Kenosha. That was March 13th, actually, so 4 years ago yesterday. I'll show it again.
Yes, sir.
There was nothing. That's when I still went to the store.
I was shooketh. I mean, I never liked germs.
Me either.
That I feel like helped kind of heighten it.
Yeah.
I feel like my germaphobe. As you can, here's my hand color. It's kind of hard to, you can kind of tell. I wash my hands a lot. It's kind of a problem. Well, I don't know if you consider it a problem. They don't look that bad on camera.
Well,
Boo
on
told
your
me the other
camera,
day it looked
but
like
that's because it's not as high quality. But don't worry, in the video you'll be able to see it.
Yeah, Boo told me I looked like Neapolitan ice cream the other day because my
You
hands
do?
were red. My strap
Remember
from
Neapolitan
my
ice cream back in the day when it came
watch
in
and then my
the
skin.
cardboard square?
Yeah, I love that. I don't know
That was the
why.
best. I don't know, but yeah, I remember all the stuff from back in the day, or back in the day. I was like, which is crazy. It's been 4 years now, which I feel we need a redo because 2020, basically most of 2020, we didn't get to do. So we need a
No,
redo there. That's
nothing.
not fair. But it's like it said something about people washing their hands. It's like y'all don't wash your hands. Like what the is wrong with you?
I know Brandon has said that he's seen people. I don't want to give out too much information, but he's seen people take and not wash their hands and walk out.
That's disgusting.
I can't imagine.
No.
Honestly, after I poop, I don't want to do anything because I washed my hands obviously, and I still feel like it's not
There-
enough. And
Mhm.
ever since COVID, remember, people were like, if you sing this, then it's the how long you should wash your hands.
Yeah.
Literally, now it's been 4 years because the killers were white, like Mr. Brightside.
Jealousy.
That's literally
turning
me all the
saints
time.
Into the sea.
Sometimes I'm like, that wasn't good enough. More
That-
soap.
What
More
tempo
soap.
do you use?
Wash it again.
Like how do you know
The
you're
tempo
the
of the
correct tempo?
song.
Yeah, but what if it's not? Do you like have the song on like ready to go just in case so you get the click?
It's in here.
All of a sudden, doom, 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 doom. One,
It's in here.
2.
And I don't
One,
know if you
two,
know this,
three,
but
4.
your Apple Watch has a thing that senses when you're washing your hands, and it has a countdown. And it's
Really?
always the exact same. Yep, it's always as I'm finishing, I'm looking, it's done. But once is never
How do you
enough
do
for me.
that?
I don't know.
Automatically?
It popped it up. It popped up one day, and I was like, "Ooh, nice."
I'm saying I've
And I
washed my
did it.
hands and it's never popped up for me.
I had to turn it on.
Oh.
I did. I recently had turned it on, but my
cool.
tempo is always on point. So I'm just letting you know. Obviously, we'll get into what we're talking about. We are talking about obviously Magic Kingdom.
Oh yeah, there's something to see. Yes,
And-
we are.
Yeah, make sure you rewatch that when you watch it back because I was pulling up my shirt and I hope nothing fell out.
Oh, hey,
Now,
yo.
I also have my Disney cup with my tea in it. Clearly, I need tea.
Oh, there it is. Hand washing. So this is for all the people out there. I'm going to show you what to do. So you go to your
Yeah.
watch app. Oops, there it is. Go to your watch app, and you go down here.
Yes.
It's something that with the new update right here, hand washing.
Click
and then
that
allow
bitch.
notification, and you got to click on hand washing timer.
It senses when you're washing your hands and it'll pop up.
Yep, allow notifications. I didn't have it on, so that's why. So now I have it on to detect it, and you can even have a reminder to wash your hands. Let's
Like
turn that
pretend
on
you got
too.
your watch on right now.
It says receive a notification if you haven't washed your hands within a few minutes of returning home. Actually, that's a good idea, so I'm going to turn that on too.
Do you have your watch on right now?
Always.
Okay, pretend you're washing your hands. Watch, it's going to pop up. What's it doing? You see it on there yet?
Nothing. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Hand washing like to send you
See?
notifications.
And it'll be if you finish turning it on when you're washing your hands, it'll be bubbles and it'll count down. Pretty cool.
Oh, well, look at that. Well, now thinks I already did wash my hands, so we'll try it again. But that's cool. The
That
more you know.
doesn't
See?
count.
Talk to Felicia. What?
That's not washing your hands.
No, I'm saying it thinks I did, so I already clicked the allow, so I'll do it later.
Jeremy
That-
said, "Well, if this is good
Oh,
enough
wait, yeah,
for
hold
me,
on.
guys."
I've seen people. I won't name names. Just do this.
That doesn't do nothing. You
No.
got to get the palms in between the fingers, the tops of the hands, the wrist, under the nails. Put some soap and
Squirt some in your mouth.
squirt some in your mouth.
That sounds crazy. Anyways, but yeah, we're talking about Disney World, Magic Kingdom,
We are Magic Kingdom, and I can't tell you how sad I was to text Jeremy this morning and be like, "Hey, Magic Kingdom today, right?" But we weren't talking about actually going to Magic Kingdom.
I was just talking to Mom and them because I was at their house yesterday. I was like, man, I miss Disney. Tatiana was like, I miss Disney. I was like, I miss when we were at Disney. Because then it's like
Yeah.
everyone's there, and it's like, man, we're all going to enjoy the time together. Even if, you get frustrated with family. I'm just going to say this. Everyone knows this. Sometimes with family, just because especially there's a lot of people on the ground, you get frustrated. It just is how it is. But,
It is what 'tis.
yeah, things happen. Then you get to Disney, it's like, today's going to be a great day.
Today's gonna be
And then
a
you go on a
good
ride, and then something happens that makes everyone laugh and becomes a core memory for everyone. Like one of
That's
mine,
right.
it was at Disneyland though. I know Felicia remembers this memory because we talk about it all the time on Pirates of the Caribbean. We're going
Oh
up.
yeah.
We went to Disney World first, and then we went to Disneyland, and we're going up because Disneyland there's a little different. So you go up, there's like a big drop. We didn't know there was going to be a drop, so like we feel us going up on the water, and we're like, "What is this?" So I throw all my in my backpack, and then
Jeremy
we
was
go
like,
down.
not today.
And then as soon as we hit the bottom, Jamal says, "What the was that?" Or something along those lines. We just all laugh. We talk about it
Yeah.
to this day. It's one of my core
Everybody
memories
else,
in there.
there was even
Even-
like strangers in there, and everybody was
Yeah.
laughing.
Yeah. Good times. And then Jamal asked the people eating to throw him a cheeseburger.
Yeah,
Anyways.
I think it was a breadstick.
Was it a breadstick? I thought he said cheese. It was something.
I
It
think,
was fried. It was
I don't
whatever.
know.
It's on the vlog somewhere.
But
Either way, he asked for food.
Yeah,
That's
watch
the
the
point.
vlogs. So yeah,
I
we
just
are going to be
realized I
talking
didn't
about
put
rides.
the
What?
video in the top of the description like I said I was going to in last week's video.
What is wrong with this guy?
I just remembered.
We will be talking about the rides, and then next week we decided we're going to break this up a little more than we had originally anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be doing the rides this episode, Magic Kingdom. Next week will be Magic Kingdom, food and treats. Snacks, actual meals, special drinks they have there, and then we'll go on to the next park. I feel like Boo and Tatiana are probably like, ooh, 'cause I know they like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So do I.
But of course we'll go through our comments here, and there's a couple things I want to bring up to Jeremy, just our catch up thing. And we got to do what my dog's back this week. So we do have some stuff to get through.
Mhm.
Well, because then some stuff I'm like, oh, let's tell Jeremy that. And then I'm like, just tell him on the podcast. And I know every week I'm like,
it's another week where we haven't really talked. Just because.
I was going to say,
work.
like, literally, like, work. And then, like, I was sick. And I was like, I know Jeremy and Boo were, like, texting. And then people in the family chat. And, like, the other day, I was like, when, like, you're sick and, like, moving your eyes hurts.
Yes.
Like, you're like that. I couldn't do nothing. And just dog stuff. I'm really hoping for a turnaround here. I know I keep saying it. Thanks. I'm hoping
so you should be okay.
I'm hoping for a turnaround. And I know that some people, I'm sure, I'm like, damn, she every week. But you know what? I'm not sorry, because
No.
I'm not about everything. I'm just talking about what's going on. Yeah, there's still some good stuff, but
And hey, you're the one with the microphone.
I have a right
so.
to. Yeah.
Yep. Hey,
So
like we
if you
said,
want-
and like our reel was posted, your feelings are valid, Felicia.
Yeah, so I can be upset about it. This one thing, I don't know if Jeremy knows this, but I found out this information,
Hey, yo.
and no, because I think it's fun. So we need to go to Miami.
Okay, I'm listening.
We can just go for the weekend. I don't care. Tatiana, you're gonna have to come with.
Okay.
So figure that out.
I'm sure. Well, Tatiana's probably like, okay. Yeah, I'll go.
You're probably like, oh, is it go to Tap 42, which has the
Oh, well,
most
before we say
amazing
what it is,
tres
hold on.
leches
Yeah, they
French
do.
toast.
And they have delicious. What do I usually get from there? I think pretzels.
I don't know what
Look at
you
you,
eat.
Thaddeus. You need to come on vacation with us too. You too, John.
Um,
Anyway, go ahead. Miami. I just want
you're
to
not
also say
gonna.
beautiful. When we were right next to the ocean, and it's like that green road
Beautiful.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry, now I'm fixing my thing. Oh,
You're
sorry,
septum.
this thing got turned. It looks stupid. No, they have a Kmart there, man.
What?
They got a Kmart in Miami. Felicia, how do you know this information? Well, after we've been
They do.
talking about all our nostalgic, I was thinking about Kmart, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on my feed on Facebook was a thing called, I have to look it up the right thing. Something about Kmart Friends or whatever.
Mhm.
It's for people who used to work at Kmart. So it's all people who used to work there talking about it. And I was like, well, I
Yeah.
want to see the pictures. So I joined. Obviously, I never worked there. But they were talking about some of the last ones in the U.S. and one of them is in Miami. And I was like,
I just
I
googled
wanna
it. Yep.
go.
It is here.
I want to go.
Dude, and look at there's a picture of a palm tree outside. We gotta go.
Yeah. So
Bro.
I was like, we need to go.
And from what I look inside, it's actually like full. Oh, okay, not fully stocked, not all. Well, that's 2021. That's different. Like, there's actually like inside
Yeah.
the store too. There's a cat
It's
inside
still
the
a-
store.
What are you looking at? It's still like an operational like store. Like as far as
Yeah.
I know, they're not
Where's the
closing.
chat?
But
Look, I don't know if the picture will pop up, but this is what it just showed up. Let's see. Yeah, if you click
Let
on the
me
link
see.
I just sent in the chat on Riverside.
he sent the longest
Well,
link ever.
that's what showed up. This is inside the store.
What the? Why is there a cat?
Yeah.
It's Miami. It's Miami.
He's just chilling.
Crazy,
Wow.
right?
That is crazy.
I would like to go. I would like to
too.
go.
Tap 42, go here. Well, you know what's still crazy is that, excuse me, we were in Orlando. We're like, you know what we should do? Drive 4.5 hours to Tap 42 and drive back the exact same night.
That was crazy. I just want to
It
say
was.
that. Oh,
But
there's a shoe department.
The time, remember when we flew into Miami that one time and it was like insanely cheaper? Because
yeah,
we flew in.
sometimes
Yes.
you got to do it.
Yeah, but it was okay because we flew into. We were supposed to fly into Orlando, but then we found $40 flights, obviously before baggage and seats, whatever. But still, $40 flights compared to $100-something flights
Yeah.
in Miami, and it was cheaper to have the rental car by like I think it was like $200 or $300. It was crazy. Like we saved so
Yeah.
much money by switching to Miami. I remember we were at Applebee's, and you were saying you need to switch it, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, my phone is not working. I'm like trying my phone, trying to get it to change the flights, whatever. And Jamal
Yes.
is like, Jeremy, if you lose this deal, I swear to God. So I'm like, let me just get to your house. So
Let's
we get
do
to your
it.
house, and you hand me your laptop, which that was the
The one
laptop
with
that
the
was already.
virus.
Yeah.
Did anything pop up? Did anything pop up when you were doing that? Remember, it used to be so
No.
nasty.
Yeah, remember, and then I had
I
to
didn't.
pretty
I
much
didn't look at
erase your
any
whole
of that
laptop.
stuff. I don't know how that got on my laptop to begin with.
I know how it got in there because I downloaded antivirus and you never set it up. Or never ran it.
Oh, so he blames me.
I am blaming you.
Go
'Cause
ahead.
I remember she told me one day, she's like, yeah, I said something using it. You're like, I can't. Why? Nasty stuff pops up. I remember I will say that computer was slow when I had it, and then I gave it to you, and
horrible.
I think I had it. I had it when it was refurbished too. That was a thing, and then I gave it to
so
you.
He was
It was
old.
already slow. That's why Felicia and I just said
Yeah.
got MacBooks. I will say though,
Yeah.
it's kind of tangent here. I've always said like I want a MacBook. I'm like, oh, but it's not worth it. Whatever, it's worth it.
Yeah, it
every
is.
penny.
It really is.
I see like my dad's had it for whatever, and like we got him a new one for Father's Day, which I still need to finish setting that up totally for him. But anyways,
Slacker.
I am a slacker. It's funny because John always
MacBook.
reminds me, and then because the thing is like John always tells me to do it, and then I'm gonna do it, and Dad's like, no, it's your only day off here, whatever. Like we'll worry about it next week, and then I just forget. But I do want to
Next
get
week,
it
do
for
it.
him soon. Yeah, so that's usually what happens. So anyway, it's worth it. Like I remember when I finally got one over a year ago. I remember I was going back and forth on it too. I was like, well, I can get it, or I can get the Apple Card too, because then I can like do it monthly, whatever. And then plus, I already bought Apple anyway. Plus, so I said, yeah. Plus, like what do you call it? That credit card or whatever thing was like, actually, you could boost your credit score if you get another credit card because then your limit's higher. Blah blah blah. I'm like, well, okie dokie then. And I'm like, okie dokie. I remember we were sitting at that Riviera, that one vacation where Doug and Karina got engaged. We're sitting at remember we're eating inside the bar there.
Yeah.
I think it was Riviera. Was it a different one?
I don't know where I was.
It wasn't that one. No, it was a super. It was a super other fancy one. The Coronado. That one. The super tall one.
Yeah.
The super fancy one. We were sitting there and I remember we were talking about it. And Jamal was like, Jeremy, just do it. You know you want it. It's like, yeah, I do, but I don't know. And then, yeah. But anyway, so this is not that laptop. This is, which I always want to say, I got the MacBook Air M2. This released the M3. I'm not going to get it. I don't need it. But the fact that, like, a MacBook Air can, like, edit and, like, pretty much kick ass like on like a MacBook Pro would be for a way cheaper price is better
Yeah.
for me. Like people always I've even had people tell me online because I'm like, oh, best computer ever. Like, oh, shit, on a MacBook Pro. I'm like, but I don't need it. Why would I get something I don't
Yeah.
need and pay the extra
The guy
money?
tried to talk me into it when I got this one too.
Oh yeah, because they hear that you're video editing, like, oh, you totally should get this, and it's like, no,
I'm like,
it's
I'm
the
not
whole-
doing all that.
No, because it's like, especially for like the programs like I use DaVinci Resolve now. Like that's even like, I forget the word, but it's like set up so it can work better with this type of computer and doesn't like drag or anything. Like back in the day, that's unheard of. It's all about the M chips, whatever. But anyway,
I saw a
long tangent
keyboard I
aside.
want though. All
Do
the keys are little cats.
Wow.
I want it.
Was
It's
it Amazon?
cute. I know Jamal was like, what's the point? Because it's on a stand and like, I don't know if it's just down here. It's just, I don't know. I think it'd be easier.
It's
I'm
funny
gonna
he
look
says
into
that
one.
because I literally have a keyboard right here that I use. I mean,
But
it's just
isn't it
like
easier?
oh yeah, because then the computer's here, and then and I even have a wireless mouse.
Plus,
mean,
I
I
don't
even
know
use-
if it's because I'm used to typing at like work and it's like a regular keyboard.
Yeah.
To me, it's a little easier than
Yeah,
like
I
the
mean, I'm
flat.
on vacation, like I'll just use it. But no matter what, when I use my laptop, I always have a wireless mouse too. Wireless mouse to me just makes everything easier.
I still
But
gotta get a
especially
mouse
the
pad.
keyboard, because the keyboard's just way easier. Because then I don't know, because then it feels more like a regular computer in a way. Because otherwise you're up here like trying to type it when it's on a stand.
I'm gonna look into it.
You should.
Wait,
I
what
mean,
happened to your story here about the tickets in Miami?
Yeah, I know I got off a tangent. Anyway, well, computer. Anyways, so I get to the house, she hands me the computer, Toshiba, old. That's the point being. So it's slow. So Jamal's like, "What's going on over there, Jeremy? I hear a lot of typing." I was like, "This computer's slow, Jeremy." And then I'm like, "All
Oh, you
right,
told
I
yourself
can't."
that? Why'd
No,
you
I
tell
told that
yourself
to
it was slow?
sorry, I told that to Jamal. Sorry,
Jeremy, I told you it's gonna take a second.
Jeremy, I told you. Well, I was also telling myself that too because I was like, I used to my faster computer. I had a Dell, and which is funny to another tangent. But like, I had a Dell laptop that was like kind of comparable specs to what this is, and this computer is still way better. Just want to point that out. Anyway, so and then Jamal is like, he's like, "What's going on over there, Jeremy?" I'm like, "It's slow." And then I canceled the one. He's like, "What do you mean you canceled it?" I'm like, "I have to cancel the one so I can do the other one." Oh, sorry, I have to cancel the one so I can do the other one so we get the
So you get the money back.
yeah,
Otherwise,
so
we
you
have
get
no
the
money.
funds, whatever. Yeah. So he's like, "Oh, okay," which was actually nice because we saved money from it. We even got to use that for like another vacation afterwards, which
Oh, yeah,
the whole
that's true.
COVID because the whole COVID thing too, which we can get into that. Anyways, so then I finally got it. We booked it through Miami. We saved I don't know how much money. Then we saved money with the rental car because it was like $200, $300 cheaper, which
We were
was weird.
saving.
Yeah, because we were gonna get it in Orlando and like fly in Orlando. It was like way more money, and we're like, oh, we're still gonna go whatever. But we're like, damn, we could save money because I think we were just like randomly. Oh, because the rental car was so high. That's why there was something had to be going
Yeah,
on
it was
that week or something.
expensive.
And then we found out we're like, well, it's like because we had an early flight. We're like, we can fly in, and it was out of Milwaukee too. That was another thing. We flew out of Milwaukee, which was
I
a
love
big deal.
flying out of Milwaukee.
Me too, way easier, and I just love it. Plus, it's closer. We got to fly out of Milwaukee this last time we went in December, and amazing. I love Milwaukee.
I know December wasn't that long ago, but I don't know why for me, I'm like, I feel like I haven't been on a plane in forever. It feels
Me
so
too.
long.
I think also because we just had so much fun in that vacation. Like even just walking around, what do you call it? From like our hotel room, because we even like paid a little bit more to get like a what do they call it? Not a preferred room because it's closer to the
closer to the lobby.
yeah, which
Yeah.
it was, which was so nice. I remember just like walking because the pool was right there. Walk by the pool, like hear all the music and stuff. The people having fun, like just and like the Christmas music and just like the vibes. It was awesome. Anyway, so all like to be
It's
said.
worth it.
Like all right, so we drove like 4.5 hours, but we actually did it smart little because the day we flew and we got there early, whatever. Oh hi, little buddy,
Mm.
Donald Duck. Isn't that the one that you said I'm gonna get him if I see him, and then you got him?
Yeah.
It's funny because Felicia even said
It's
it was
here
on
for today's
camera.
podcast.
She said, if I see a Donald Duck, I'm gonna get him, and she did.
Can't look at him. He's so cute.
It's funny because like if it's just me and you shot, you see half of his face. He's peeking in, but then if you open it up all the way, yeah, there you go, right there.
There
Is
you
that
go.
what he's like leaning into the shot?
He just wanted to be ready for when we talk about Disney, so I brought
Yeah.
him.
He's like, I'm here.
He
Oliver
misses
said
his
hello.
home.
So yeah, we went to Miami and then like we walked around. We got food at Tap 42. Obviously, it was funny because we took Tanya that
Of
trip.
course.
And like there was a DJ in there and like we're all dancing at first. At the end, we're like, okay, this is kind of a lot. Like
Yeah,
you
because
just,
you're like, yeah,
turn
it's
it down
just
a
like
little
a
bit.
cool, chill place. But there was some like
DJ with,
brunch
like,
special going on, so they
Yeah.
had a DJ. It was bottomless mimosas. It was wild in there. And we were like,
Yeah.
what the?
Tatiana was like, is this how it always is in here? We're like, no, usually it's chill, which is
Yeah,
funny because
sorry,
then
I
when we
don't know.
went there before we left, it was the same thing. But so yeah, we got there, we walked around, and it was just nice. And I still feel bad about this. We got there, and then we're like, all right, we're gonna drive back, and Jamal was like, okay, we're gonna
Oh,
split.
yeah.
So I'm like, okay. And that's also the same morning that day I worked until 7 a.m. Oh, no, we had a little bit later flight. That's right. Because I got off at 7. I think our flight was like 10 or something. I don't remember.
Mhm.
Anyway, point being is we got there, and then I'm like, all right, Jamal, we'll split. And I remember my eyes getting kind of tired. I'm just sitting in the van,
His
van.
eyes.
And Jamal's like, all right, in this little bit, like, we'll switch over. I'm like, all right. I'm like, I'm just going to rest my eyes. And it was like an hour and something left. And then I remember I opened up my eyes and it was like 20 minutes left. I'm like, oh no.
Oopsies, I fell asleep.
I remember I said something. He's like, you were snoring. I'm like, I'm sorry, man. I was
Jeremy was
exhausted.
a tired boy.
Yep. This was actually from that trip. This is you and Jamal. Good picture. Oh yeah. I got chicken. This. Bam. What's up?
I was gonna say we didn't even get into the comments yet.
Oh yeah. Not bad. All right. So there we go. That's my story. I was trying to get in the comments. We got quite a bit. And we even have.
Pull up the.
Yeah.
What?
We even have a voice message this time too. I do want to say we do have another
nice.
thing.
I'll say it while you get it ready.
There is a new thing we have. It is called SpeakPipe. It just makes it. You don't have to make up an account or anything. It's in the chat or not the chat. It's in the description, and that is where is it? Oh, I just missed it. Speakpipe.com/so-we-don't-forget-pod. So you just click the link, you press record right from your phone, and then it sends right to us.
There you go.
We will do that one later because that kind of ties in to stuff that was said later in the comments that I seen. So we're gonna start with Alexandria.
While you read a couple, I'll be
go
right
ahead.
back.
Okay, you do that.
So you can start the comments.
Okay. This is Alexandria. Perfect time for this to go live. I uploaded the video a little bit later this time, 6:30 instead of midnight, just because I said, why not? And she said virtual ink could be crazy. I love that they email us them, or I love that they let us email them. Makes it a lot easier to get a hold of them. That's in referencing the vet. How we were saying, like, you can email the vet, which is nice. Then she said, I think I love breakfast so much, especially on vacation, because it means I still have the whole day left. Exactly. Especially in the morning. Like when we went to Disney and like that. And we got to go get breakfast at Grandfather Reading, which I got to say, we found out this time that you can also get like sides with it, which is very nice. So, very, very cool. Then she said, send the bass video, Tatiana. Then Tatiana said, It's Me Too by Megan Trainor. No. She said, shout out to Thaddeus for being the only brother that loves me. Yeah, we all love you, but it's, he just the one who sent the video. Felicia's back.
Sorry, I had to blow my nose. I was really trying not to have to do that.
That's okay. I just got to the comment where Alexander said, shout out to Thaddeus for being the only brother that loves me. Because that video.
Oh, because he did the dance.
Yeah, it's funny because we were talking about it, and I was at their house yesterday, and John's like, yeah, you're on there. He said, what? He said, you're on there dancing. He said, I am? And then he showed him. He said, oh, and then he started laughing. He's like, you really put that in there? I said, yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
Then Alexander said, Tatiana, you didn't say hey. Oh, you don't say hey, Jesus. And she said, why not? I thought you would say it like your best buddies. She told that to Mom. We were watching it at Mom's house yesterday. She said, Tatiana, you said that? She said, yeah, we're like buddies. So it's not how you talk to Jesus. Yeah, it's my friend. Alexander said, now I watch Monday morning. I couldn't do it last week because Jeremy didn't upload it time. Hey, I'm sorry, okay?
We filmed late.
Yeah, we filmed late, and then I had to like get up early and on the one day, so I didn't have it in time, okay? I did the best I could, okay? I'm over here editing.
I would say it's been a week, but we're getting to the point where it's been a month.
Yeah.
There's late.
She said,
late.
I just put it in.
Oh my God. I don't want to say there's late. Sounds like us.
Hey, yo.
Ugh, that's scary.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Alexander said, I want to go to Summer House so bad. And then we commented, same.
Oh, hi, at Disney Springs.
Oh, yeah. Me too. It looks so good. I watched the TikTok, or not the TikTok, the reels you sent me. I was like, I want some of those cookies. I can just see us going there, getting a cookie, walking around like, you know what? Let me get another cookie.
They look really good. They really do.
She said, if it's at home, I never actually get myself to do it because I know there was stuff I should do instead. But if I go to the gym, there's nothing more for me to do than work out. I agree. I think I'd like it, like, because Brandon's kind of always said the same thing. He's like, if it's inside my house, I'm not going to do it. But if it's like out in the garage or something, then I'm going to do it, which makes sense.
You have to like go somewhere else.
Right. So I thought about it, and I do agree with that. If it's like, if it was in my garage or something where I have to like actually walk out to go do it, I feel like I might have more motivation. Because there's like stuff too. I'm like, oh, I should like do this or do that. And I'm just like, well, let me do this instead. And then I just don't do it. So I do agree. And she said, just when you order your food, make sure to order to the right hotel. And we said, ha, ha, ha.
Ha ha, gee.
So this is what happened. Jamal and I were like, let's get a pizza at Disney. We're like, okay, at the hotel. And then I order it. And then someone said something like, hey, well, that lady just had a pizza. And then Felicia's like, that lady stole her pizza. And then I was
No,
like, I don't
Jamal
know
told
about
me she stole the pizza.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. I think Jamal was just kind of hangry. So then I'm looking. I show the lady. She's like, did you order it? I'm like, yeah, I showed her. And she starts laughing. She says, I'm sorry, you ordered it to the wrong hotel.
Can you
So I just
believe
walked
this guy?
with like a dog with my tail between my legs. So then we got, I was just like, can't believe I did that. But then it was hilarious because it was like we're at a super secret mission. It's like a GTA side mission. That's what Jamal and I were saying. We went to go get it. We're like Alexandria and Felicia are like going back to the hotel. Like they're at the point where they're like waiting for the mission to end, but we have to do like this one little side thing.
Oh yeah,
when
we're
you get
waiting for you
done.
to finish.
Yeah. So then it's like, you know, the music's going, like Lester's talking, and you guys are just like standing there like, you guys done yet? So we literally drove, which
Looking
I want to say it
around.
wasn't that far. Like our hotel was like here, the other one was like here, but it still was the wrong hotel.
It was next to it. It was on the same property, but yeah.
But it was funny because he like rolled up. I'm like, don't even park. I'm like, I'm just gonna go inside, grab it, just drive around a circle, which he literally did. Like he drove around a circle, he picked me up, he started laughing. He said, "This really is like GTA. Like I sent you inside of a store to not get something, you came back out." I will say that I got first thing I was gonna give me like a pizza that was like on a like a platter. Like here you go. I'm like, no, I have the pizza that's like in a box. I think I got a fry or something.
Oh,
too.
you wanted to give you like on a plate?
Yeah, like well no, like I was dining in. I was like, no, I'm like it's to go.
Oh.
He's like, oh okay. So then we got it, which I want to say that pizza was delicious, very good. I would have it again. We need to stay back on site again. Maybe who knows? Maybe
I
because
want to.
I think it was like August or something. I want to say August, September when we booked it. Because remember we were looking, and I was like, hey,
Yeah.
they just announced this deal. It's like 30-something% off to stay. Remember
Oh
I
yeah,
asked
for
you,
Disney Plus.
yeah. And I was like, hey, what do you guys think? Should I just book it? You and Boo or me are like, yes, just book it. Just book it.
Book it.
You're like, Jeremy said he can put on his credit card. Then hell yeah, swipe that.
Swipe that.
So that's what we did. Then she said clap for 10 pounds, which another update. I did lose another 3 pounds, so it's actually 12 pounds now.
Good job, big buddy Jeremy.
That's right. Thank you. Actually, I was telling Felicia I
I've got
seen that yesterday. Oh, go ahead.
I got a couple more to lose, and then I'm at one of my, I'll say milestone weight loss things. You know,
Yeah.
because right now I'm at 17.8, so I need to lose another
Ooh.
2.2 pounds, and I'll be at 20 pounds.
Nice job. That's
So-
my first goal is 20 pounds actually.
I feel like I try to break it down. I'm like, I want to lose 10. I'm like, I want to lose 20. I'm trying to just go by tens.
Right.
Because originally, when I got to the 10, I told Brandon, I was like, oh, I lost 10, but I still want to lose this much, which technically, I don't want to give the weight. I want to be under.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that either. Don't worry. That we're not doing that.
I
here.
would. I would definitely say
I do have it in my notes app though, where I started and like how much I've lost and like whatever.
with another 30, I'd be happy, but I like to get a little less than. So I told Brandon, I was like, oh, I lost this so many. And he's like, oh, but he's like, you're like a quarter of a way there, though. Like, that's good. And I was like, oh, I guess when you put it that
like
way.
Yeah.
So he's like, you got to celebrate the small things. I'm like, yeah, because if you just
That's
like,
true.
I want to lose this and it's this huge amount, like it's
Right.
it's too much.
I will say you guys have done that for me because at first I was like, oh, I lost like 5 or 8 pounds, like whatever, because I'm thinking I wish I lost more, and everyone's like, you realize how much that is? I was like, yeah, whatever. I remember you even told me the 3 pounds. You're like, sent me a thing. You're like, this is 3 pounds of fat. Like you're doing really good. I was like, oh, it's like
yeah.
it's something. It's about perspective, honestly, at this point, because like you just see like little numbers at a time. It's like, oh, I wish I lost more during the week, but then you add it all together, and then you see how much. Like you look at stuff like that, like no, you've actually done.
Yeah, like
lost
how
a lot of weight.
much?
Like even when you're like,
'Cause,
oh,
like,
I
yeah,
lost
when they
more
show
weight than
you-
you or whatever. I'm like, at first I was like, no, it's like everyone loses weight differently. Like it is what it is. Like I'll lose it, you know.
Yeah. Everyone's is different how they do it. And like,
Mhm.
I feel like a lot of mine too is I had that stomach bug, so I
I'm
lost
saying, I
weight.
know that's part of it.
And
I
then,
thought that I had a stomach bug.
I've
Turns
had
out
this
just
and I
like me
haven't been
adjusting to
eating.
my- Oh no, that's
All your
not good,
stuff.
buddy.
I haven't
Yeah.
eaten that much
I'd
this
say,
one
but,
either.
yeah,
but
the new medication I was on turns out that's fine. It's just the new medication. It's important that I eat, especially 3 times a day. With my rotating shifts, I'm not always good at doing that. Since sometimes I don't feel good, it makes me a little bit. Well, I wouldn't say sick. I just, did you just like you feel like you're gonna get sick sort of
the
thing?
tummy,
Like you just tummy stuff, or you just don't feel good, but then you eat and you're fine. Like I already had it the other day. I was like, I don't feel good. I was like, oh, let me eat a snack. I ate like some crackers and I felt great afterwards. Like, oh, I guess I just needed to eat. So it's just my
there you
my
go.
body. Yeah, just my body saying like you need something here.
Well,
Anyways,
once it's nice out, we can do
bike rides
hopefully
and stuff.
more like dog walks and bike
Bike
rides and
rides.
yeah,
Actually,
I'd like to do some hikes and
Shout out
stuff.
to Karina because Doug just bought her a new bike. So he said we're ready to go with biking. And it's funny because Doug's like, I don't have a bike. I can still use yours, right? That's like, yeah, Doug, you can use my
Huh.
bike. And we're not gonna
Oh,
ride the
Doug
same
doesn't
bike
have
together.
his?
No, I don't know what happened to his. I think it's at my.
What are you gonna get? You gonna get a baby seat for Doug?
Yeah, good baby, sit in the back, Doug. Do your little baby boy.
Come on,
No, I
baby.
got another bike a couple years ago that I still need to use. It's
Oh.
like a Huffy Cruiser or something it's called. But anyway, then Tatiana said, "Rest in peace, Juno." Yes. Then Alexander said, "I didn't know if you would care if I stayed." That's in reference to her just popping into the podcast. I was
The
just
chat, yeah.
I was just confused. I'm like, who is here? Tatiana said, breakfast is so good. It's number one for me on vacation. I agree. I just wanted to point this out that Alexandra said when you were gone about breakfast. She said, I think I love breakfast so much, especially on vacation, because that made us solve the whole day with. I agree, because especially like
Yeah.
when we like start the day with breakfast on vacation, it's like, man, this beginning of the day, we have the whole day ahead of us. Like, what are we gonna do next?
What are we gonna do next, guys?
I just heard
Where are we
Felicia's
gonna
tummy.
go?
I just heard your tummy.
That was my tummy?
It
I
sounded
heard
like it.
that. He's probably. I think it was my tummy.
I haven't eaten yet
What
either.
time
I
is
can
it?
feel like
Oh, yeah,
it's-
he's
yeah.
getting.
Mine's a little hungry too.
I had some for breakfast. As you can see, I have this coffee. But the thing is, like, I ordered the Chick-fil-A coffee, but like I ordered it black and I put my own creamer in it so I can control it.
Right.
And then like I did the biscuit with egg, because I'd be trying to like, you can't do just 100 total healthy, because
No.
I know Jamal really tries, but you got to do the 80-20. Like, give yourself like a little bit.
Yeah.
And
'cause
it's like, okay, well,
if you don't, I've already known from experience it's not gonna last. Because you're gonna
no,
be good,
it doesn't last.
and then you'll have that one little thing that you've been waiting for, and then all of a sudden it's just gonna turn into more because you haven't had it in so long.
avalanche.
You start binging, and then you just don't go back. You got to eat a little bit, and
Yeah.
I've had a little here and there. You got to
Because it'll be
celebrate this stuff, yeah.
avalanche.
Because otherwise, yeah, and then you're gonna go in the wrong direction, which it's been working out for me so far. So we're gonna keep it. I will say I've been actually doing better than I thought I've been doing. I've already been. I think it's like a month at this point almost.
Yeah,
So-
I would say, like, I know we've talked about starting it and trying it like multiple times throughout, I don't
Yeah.
know how many years, but
Especially
I
anytime
think
it comes to
this is the
vacation.
longest. It's the longest we've been sticking with it, like,
Mm-hmm.
for a long time.
Right,
so.
and it's not like at
good
the
for
point
us.
either. Yeah, because usually at this point I start getting burnt out. I'm like, I don't know.
Where's my stuff?
Is it not on?
Give me my. Is it because he's here? Where?
Yay! you're like a kid right there, like, yay! I got the
It
confetti.
worked. Alright.
It's funny how you just leave him on there. He just like chops into the shot. Honestly, that's really cool. I
It's
like
my
him.
little
He's cool.
buddy.
Then Tatiana. Oh no, sorry. Alexander said she's still on the radio, as in Delilah. I just saw a TikTok of her saying she didn't leave us. We left her. Oh, that's sad. And then, so we don't forget, Sid, I never knew. And I seen Congress pass a thing to ban TikTok. So, in other words,
They can shut up.
they can ban stuff when they want to. I'm just going to say that, and that's all I'm going to say. Anyways.
There's not a bunch of other bigger problems, but whatever.
That's my point. Anyways. Then she said, oh my God, I miss summer break. Me too. Summer break was the best. You know,
I
I
need it.
miss it. The same. Then Tatiana said, I kind of know how to play bass. I only knew how to play that one song by Green Day. Me and Dad are going to play bass again during my spring break. Oh, there you go, Tatiana. That's good. I'm happy to hear
There
it.
you go.
Especially if you want to play bass. You know, because you can play bass, you go guitar.
She's being
do all that.
forced.
Yeah, you're being forced. I'd say you could play the drums, but John and Thaddeus are probably like, no, that's what we do. You can't do it. But no, good for you, Tanya. Then Alexander said, hell yeah, so excited for this next week's pod. That would be the one we're recording right now. And then Tatiana said, I will not send a new video of me playing bass. I'll find the old photo I have of it saved. Okay. Oh, she said, oh, you found
Okay.
it. Never mind. It was the video that I showed. Then Tatiana said, I just figured it out, that song, like 5 seconds ago, Jeremy. Of course I was going to be a little off. That was me saying, you're a little off there, Tanya. Then Tatiana said, I did abs Saturday. I felt it yesterday. Oh, my God. Yes.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
And she said, I was so embarrassed. A guy on a bench got up to help me, and the lady said she was sorry for me. Oh, my God. I'm still
That's when
embarrassed.
she fell. That's when she fell outside of first watch.
Yeah, she said, also, Fortnite Rock Band makes me really want to play bass again. See, there you go. That's good. She said that was
She does play bass
disrespect.
on there a lot.
Yeah, which I do too.
Ooh,
Actually,
you gonna have any time to play before you go to work today? Maybe
if I-
maybe one set.
yeah, maybe one set or two.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to eat something first, obviously, because I'm gonna be hungry.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, oh, I've been telling Tanya about this, but there's like like the Rock Band controllers. I don't have one in here with me, but
Oh yes.
I think I put it in the chat, but I'm just gonna tell you guys too. Basically, what's happening is that a company is releasing another one, but it's gonna work with Fortnite Festival, which turns out Fortnite Festival is by Epic, and Epic bought out Harmonix, which Harmonix used to make the Rock Band games, which is why it makes so much sense. It plays the way it does. So in other
Yes.
words, they said at some point this year they're gonna make it so like all those instruments can actually work with the game, not just your controller. So it's meaning it would be like old Rock Band back in the day. We can all have our own guitar or whatever. We're all play at the same time, just like before, but in our own house. And
Yeah,
I've even
which
seen
is,
a thing
which
that
is what I was hoping
yeah,
for.
like Brandon's electronic like drum set, like his Roland drum set, from what I heard, is even gonna work with it too. Which what he said he wants. So think about that. Us all in our house.
You know, we would be like, hey, we got
Yeah.
a set. Come on, guys, let's go.
Come on, guys, live stream that. We're gonna live stream it, guys. Here we go.
That would be fun.
That would be fun. So that's coming, and I am ecstatic because we've always been talking about.
Did they
rock.
give
I
a
wanna do Rock
date?
Band. No, they just said sometime this year. Some people say spring, some people say later. I think the guitar. Well, the guitar is supposed to come out in the spring, so people are thinking around that time part of the guitar. But the rest of the stuff they're not sure yet.
This
But
spring?
yeah, this spring.
That'll be cool.
'Cause
I'll be here playing.
The cool thing too about it is that if one person buys the song, then you're set. Like not everyone has
What
to buy
about
it
for
and
the
have song.
mic?
The mic, I don't know how that's gonna work. I would assume you just use your headset maybe, but maybe you don't. Well, I guess you could be in the party. I don't know. I don't honestly know how the microphone's gonna work. I just seen instruments.
Huh.
But I will say
Well,
a cool
we'll see.
thing. Excuse me. A cool thing that I do like about this a little bit more is that more than one person can play the same instrument. Like there's songs for me,
That is
Felicia,
cool.
and Tatiana are all playing the bass, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, we'll be like, what are you playing? Or someone's like, God, this sucks. What are you playing? Bass? Me too, man. This.
And you look, we're all doing like the same motion stuff. But I would say, I didn't think I'd like it as much as I did. I remember me and Tatiana played it one day. Like, what's this? And like, oh, it's kind of confusing. And Tatiana's like, yeah, it's kind of fun. Then after that, it's like, yo, we're getting playing a set tonight.
Yeah.
It just makes me nostalgic and miss the Rock Band. But when I did some like searching and found out that it's like legit from the same company, I'm like, that makes so much sense. So much sense.
Yeah, because I was like, wow, they stole their shit.
And then I was like, actually, they didn't steal their. This is them. I'm like, oh, well, that makes sense why it works the way it does. So
You said in that case, hi, big buddy.
yeah, hi, big buddy. Then Tatiana said that was disrespect. They put your tacos with Jamal's. That was disrespect.
Yeah, I was trying to sad about that.
And then Tatiana said Felicia was on the radio. We responded she was a weird time in her life, and it wasn't the only time. Then she said more than once. I must know how many times you're on the radio. I know the other one was when you're on. I think it was Kiss FM or something, and they're talking about eating with a fork.
That was a mix, but yeah.
Mix, yeah, I just heard your belly again. And I remember they said at the end, they said, bye, Felicia. You're like, no. They started laughing.
Yes.
I had a
They're so
recording of it
funny.
somewhere on my phone because
Be
you like said you're
original.
on there. I was on the radio before. I remember I won a basketball championship and I called Radio Disney and I was on the radio.
Oh, Radio Disney. Yeah, I think I was on there too. I forgot about Radio Disney.
I used to call all the time. And I called the radio station a couple of times, like requesting songs so you could, like we were saying before, record it on the cassette.
Yep. Back when you did that.
Yep. Then Mary Kate and Ashley don't really look good. That's not very nice, Tatiana. Then she said, oh my God, I loved WandaVision. That was such a good show. I love waking up on summer break sometimes. I forgot that then I think I'm late for class. I've been there. I saw this one. I was like, oops. She said 9/11 on a floppy disk. That is a crazy memory, Jeremy. I'm sorry. That's what I remember from floppy disks. 9/11. I'm sorry. Which is still, I just want to point this out. It's still crazy to me. I sent like a joke to Tatiana of like 9/11 yesterday or the other day. And I'm like, it's crazy to me that you weren't even alive during that. She was born in 2007.
That's so weird.
It's crazy
That's
to
so
think
weird to
about.
me.
Like, I seen a thing a couple years ago. It's like, these are the first people that are going to learn about 9/11 that weren't alive during it. I'm like, that blows my freaking mind.
Disturbing.
It's very disturbing. Like, I ended up watching a series about it this past 9/11. You know, like, it's like happens and I get like addicted to it. Well, not addicted to it, just like finding more information on it. And there was like this, it was
Yeah.
on National Geographic, but it was on like Disney Channel or Disney Plus, whatever. But it was like was each episode was like a thing. Like the first one was like the plane or something. The first one was like the second one or whatever was like one tower. The other one was like the other tower, Pentagon, stuff like that. Like it was well done. Like it was sad, but it was just like give you more information. Like the people who like were in it and like that. It was actually really nice. Or not nice. Sorry, it was informative. I
It
should
was
say.
nice.
Tatiana said, I vote Epcot. So right now we have 1 vote for Epcot and 0 votes for anything else.
Okay, get them votes in.
Yep. Thaddeus said, "Damn straight, it's A1." Talking about the
Their
RAV4.
car.
Jonathan 2207 hashtag RAV4 V6 hashtag Toyota for life hashtag A1 hashtag Camry hashtag WRX LOL 2207 John again. Of course it's A1 hashtag gotta get a Yoda hashtag Yoda hashtag Toyota. And then we said, what about a Subaru there, big buddy? And then Jonathan again. I don't think it's A1. I know it's A1. Hashtag it is what it is.
John.
And then Alexandria. Rest in peace, Juno. Miss you. Wow. Jonathan, rest in peace, Juno. Hashtag best dog ever. Hashtag Labrador for life. And then Thaddeus, rest in peace, Juno. Hashtag Chocolate Lab. Hashtag best dog ever. Hashtag Labrador Retriever. So at this point, we are now going to get into the voice note. So if you want to go to your chat there on the thingamabobber, it's the first link, SpeakPipe.
Yeah, I see it. Mm-hmm.
All right, and yep, we're going to click it here in 3, 2, 1, and click it.
It's loading.
Oh.
Oh, hit play?
Yep, hit play.
Okay. I don't hear it.
You don't hear it? What?
No. Hold on. Oh, you know what?
What?
Of course the Rav is A1. Who do you think you are?
Now I hear it. Wow. Well, thanks for that voice message.
That came through all your speakers. Was just do it on your phone?
It can't coming through the thing, I think, the computer.
Yeah, it was the computer. That's still funny. That's Thaddeus for you.
Yeah. Wow, big buddy.
Sounds like he's in the car too, actually. He is in the car when he said that. So that means Thaddeus.
Did I mute myself?
No, I still hear you. You're good.
Okay.
That means that Thaddeus.
Listen to us while he drives.
Yeah, so that's good. That means he was in the car and he was so upset. He's like, you know what? I need to say something. I downloaded it.
All right.
John told me that he, because I said, oh, I heard that Thaddeus did one. He said, yeah, at the end, he said, yeah, of course it's A1. Who do you think you are? He said, but then Felicia might think I'm calling her a and I'm not, so I'm going to take that part out. So they had to re-record it. So I guess we can get into, that's all the comments for this week. Like Felicia said, I think she said, I don't know if she did. We're still working on printing these stickers out and all that other stuff.
I am so sorry. Like, literally, it's just a lot.
It is.
Anyways, now it's time for What My Dogs Work This Week. All right, so, I don't know what day this happened. This is part of why, like, I think everything has just been crazy lately. So this is Chloe again. So she's, I don't even know. Obviously there was the poop thing. And then she was taking her antibiotics and getting better. Then even Jamal was like, wow, her nose cleared up. They called. How is she? I'm like, oh, her nose is clearing up. They're like, okay, great. She always does this stuff while we're sleeping or at work. So there's literally no way for me to stop her. For some reason, they said it could have been, a thing from her medicine that she had the loose blood.
Yeah.
She pooped again and ate it again. And I was like, oh my God. So she ate it again and threw it up again. It was in the kitchen because that's where she's been. That's where she's been while we've been like at home or not at home. I mean, not at home or sleeping, just for cleanup wise. So she did that. Then a few days ago, was the day where I was like, I don't know if I don't think I actually ended up having a fever that day, but it was like, when you keep having the chills and like I said, like my head hurt.
Yeah.
And like, I felt like, but I couldn't go home. I had to stay at work because like it was so short staffed. Like I couldn't go. And I was, oh my God, I was just, it's where you're like telling your coworkers like, dude, like, I'm sorry. Like I'm trying my best. Like I don't feel good.
Mm-hmm.
So, I went home on break to walk the dogs like I always do. And I walk in and my kitchen, literally the entire floor of the kitchen to the carpet was wet. I have a picture if you want to see. There's poop. You have to blur out the poop. I'll just show this for Jeremy's. He can choose if he wants to show this or not. So this is my view from the gate. As you can see, lots of poop, puke, and the whole floor was wet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like wet. So at this point, like, it's already like so hard for me to have time to even like, if I can feed them, let them go, and just like I have to race like back to work. Like I don't have much time on my breaks, and it's my only break. So I'm like, why? There's like water everywhere. I'm like, obviously Chloe can't drink water because of her thing she has. And I'm like, okay, this doesn't make any sense. Like, oh, I don't understand why is it look like she threw up water everywhere. There's water covering the entire floor. So I'm like, well, I'll just cry and clean it up. And then like you can tell Chloe doesn't feel good. And I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm like, what did you do? What happened? So I call my job. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be a little late from break. I'm like, there's nothing I can do. I'm like, I have to clean this up. Like, I can't just leave it. And I think the problem is for people that don't understand megaesophagus is that like it's not that she made a mess. It's because also we have a water dispenser you push your cup into and it fills it. And she figured out when we were at work how to use her nose to push it and to drink out of it. There was about 4 gallons in it and like the entire thing was empty. So that's why there was water everywhere, because she was drinking the water and throwing it up. And if you don't understand, like,
I would just say it's a smart dog for figuring it out. We're like, push your nose. Hey,
I don't know how. So literally while I was at work, she was having this cycle of drinking the water, getting sick because she can't drink it because her esophagus doesn't work right, and throwing it up. So I feel like, you try to explain to someone, they're just like, oh yeah, there's water all over the floor. Yeah, you can just mop it up real quick. And it's like, well, my dog's probably actually really sick now because she can't drink water because of this. So I cleaned it up and I had to go back, and like that was not my day because I had to clean all that up. Now, of course, Chloe's like extra sick, and I felt like so. Now she has another appointment for today because now it probably is pneumonia because of all the water she threw up.
Chloe doey.
So
Poor Chloe.
that's that. So hopefully it's good. She has to take her medicines before she goes, and it stinks because her appointment's not till 6. And like I wish they had an earlier appointment, but they don't.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It's one of
I
those
wish
things
they
too.
would
I feel
just
like if it
call in
was a
some new
kid, people would be
meds.
more understanding too. Which is
Yeah,
which is
because it's a
stupid.
dog. I feel like no
Yeah.
one,
They really don't care.
people don't care.
Fuck them.
So that's that. I think it's time to get into Disney now.
Yeah. For all that, that's okay.
All right.
Yeah,
So we are at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, at about 50-something minutes in, we're getting to it, guys. But just for you, we got
Man,
this.
we're trying. This is
It is what it is. Man.
okay. Like I said, I figure we're all gonna have like we had talked about a little bit of Disney before.
I will say though too about this, I feel like this isn't going to take an insane amount of time because I know there's going to be a lot of rides that we have the exact same. So.
Oh, I know it.
Which is A-okay because we love the rides.
A-okay.
So I'll let you go first, as we just always let you go first. So we'll let you go first again.
Thanks, big buddy. I have on here, I know Jeremy's gonna have this, Haunted Mansion.
Actually, it's the first one I put on here, so we'll click that off.
And I know even Brandon, because he didn't get to go when we had went to California because they have a Haunted Mansion there too.
I was sad.
And I know he still wants to be. He's like, I still never got to go
because
and
we got to go on Minecraft, but it was like down for service.
I think they were
we're doing something.
Yeah, they were redoing it,
which was sad. That was in California too. Which I want to say, California, beautiful out there. I want to go back. I miss it. Anyway, go ahead, sorry.
But Haunted Mansion, I remember the first time we went on it even. And I always wanted to go on it because there was that like sing-along Disney VHS tape we used to watch,
which
and
used to
Haunted Mansion
me as
was
a
in
kid.
there.
Yeah, which used to scare me as a
kid.
And
the
yep.
Yeah, that was scary, but I was like, oh, I want to go on that ride. And I don't know why, I don't know. It's just like the cool, like the queue waiting for it. Yeah, is all decorated cool. Like the inside of the ride's nice. Right. I like the little like buggies you get in. Yeah. And the ghost, and it's not like scary, but I do remember that one time we went on, and do you remember that kid behind us was screaming their head off the entire time? They were terrified. And Jamal was just laughing because he thought it was so funny the whole time. I'm like, Jamal, shut up. But Jamal's big belly laugh, like he thought it was hilarious.
I heard Jamal laughing. I'm like, what is going on over there? I found out afterwards. He was laughing at a kid. I was like, oh, that's nice.
So that kid was screaming.
I remember the first time we went, and it's like at the part where it's like is the room stretching or something like that? And I remember I have you on video. You're just like staring up, and I was just like, oh, Felicia's like inner kid's coming up right now. You're just like, Wow, this is
was
great, guys.
I was
That you
in
being a little kid.
awe.
I will say people like talk Disney whatever, like it's an experience, okay? Like especially I will
It
say
is.
cuz like Disney, especially Disney World in Florida, they are very like aware of what they're doing, especially like cuz like I'm trying to think how to explain this. Like Disney World is like on its own island basically. Like you can't just drive
Mm-hmm.
up like Disneyland where you just like drive up, walk in there. No. It's
Yeah.
separated. And they said Walt Disney wanted that on purpose so you can feel like you're transformed, which it does feel like that. Because you have to get
Yeah.
you park, you get on the tram, and then from there you either go to you either take
Either the monorail or the ferry.
yes, I couldn't think of the name. And you take either of them, like the whole time, like the anticipation of building, because you like can see the castle getting closer and closer, and it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
it's just like a whole thing. Like, I mean, Epcot too.
It's so nice.
Epcot's a little different because it's like, I mean, you still pull up, it's like there. Animal Kingdom kind of the same thing in there. Hollywood Studios is, Magic Kingdom's like the only one like that, I guess, because all the ones are like parking lot you can see it, but it's still different
Yeah.
because like, especially for Hollywood Studios, like as soon as you walk in, like it's just different, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I love the music they have, like the smells, like it literally is
Yeah.
like you're like, all right, none of my that matters right now, my
Nope.
bills, all this the family stuff going on. I'm here,
Yep.
man. I'm
Yeah.
drinking my iced coffee and just staring at this castle.
I remember the first time we walked in, like, and I still, this is another shout out to Dad, which I'm sorry because he said, oh, no one used my GoPro footage. I want to see Dad's GoPro footage from that trip. Like, I just want Dad to take
Yes.
all his GoPro footage, yeah, because he had his GoPro up, like, holding like this time, just walking around.
Just upload it on YouTube
yeah,
and just
they
send
can
us
make
the link. Do
just
private
make-
if you
yeah,
want
do
to.
private for us. Yeah, I just want to see it because, like, especially back then, that was like the first time we're all seeing
I
it.
want
like, every-
unedited raw
Yeah.
footage.
Me too. Like normally I'm like edit, but that no, I want that all unedited. Whatever he has. Like I can even tell you what, Dad. If you want, I can even help you out. I can even take the file. I can upload it for you. Just let me know. Tell me what I need to do.
Yeah, we want raw.
I want to see it because like we're walking in and like we see the castle for the first time. Remember then all like the cast members came out and they started singing right down the middle of the main street, like right when we came in.
Yeah, like
F-
how was that timing?
It's funny because when I first saw it, like my first instinct was, this is kind of lame. I'm like, no, it's not. You're at Disney. Like, what the? This is actually really cool. Like this, like thing, this like musical number, and now we were like feet from it. We weren't like far away. It was like literally, we could have like
It was
like
right
shook
there.
the people's hands if we wanted to. We were that close, and I was like, this is awesome. I heard the end. Felicia was like, that was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life.
Because like literally that also was on that VHS tape, that song
Mhm.
right down the middle of Main Street.
Yeah, it was like
and,
right when we walked in.
I was like, how does that just happen as soon as I walk in?
I go back and forth sometimes to just watch those the vlogs when we first went there, especially Magic Kingdom, and like one of my favorite things is in your vlog. Actually, it's like when we're just leaving the hotel, we're about to leave the hotel, and Tatiana and Krista come running up to the camera and they say we're going to Disney today or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I will say I've always said I'm a little jealous that they got to experience it when they were younger like that. You know, because I feel like I don't know.
How dare you? Guys.
Yeah, it's not fair. Anyways, continuing on. I know Felicia's going to have this one because we just talked about this, right? And that is Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, that's actually by the top of my list. Not
Yeah.
that they were in order.
Yeah, so but this is like no order, by the way. Pirates of the Caribbean to me is like the number one ride. I go like when we get there, we have to go to it first.
You got to go it on first.
Otherwise, it's
yeah.
going to take forever. I mean, you could also do like a Genie plus whatever if you want to, I guess, but right away. Plus, to me, like when you walk
even the
in,
smell of that
Yeah.
ride.
to me, like when you walk in and you smell that ride, you're like, I'm at Disney. And it's just like,
Yes.
too, like, especially the beginning of it, like everyone's going to the ride and everyone's like, 'cause it's like beginning of the day, everyone's pumped, whatever. I'd even wait for an hour for that ride, which we have, but that ride is so fun.
It's so good, and it also reminds me of when we went to the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
I was just gonna say
'cause
that
we went
too,
on
yeah.
that ride too.
Mhm.
Oh man, just good times. But that ride, like, you know, like you're inside obviously, but like they do it so well. Like you, it looks like the sky above you, and like I don't know, it just they do such a good job at making you feel like you're like not on a ride and like actually like somewhere.
Yeah. It's
That
just so
ride's
fun.
good, and it's
Yeah.
a good length. It's not like too short of a ride.
Yeah, it's very good. I love it because it's like, it's just so fun because, oh, just everything about it, the vibes and everything. Plus, like if it's hot outside and you go on the ride and it's like nice and cool in there.
Yeah. And I do know that, like, literally, like, it's never going to be Johnny Depp at the end, but every time I got to look
Same.
to see if that one animatronic is him.
It's funny because the first time everyone on, that's what Dad told me. He's like, Johnny Depp's been in here before. I'm like, what? So now every time, like, is it him? Is he around? Is he around?
I know he's never going to be there again,
never
but
know.
I just always look. Is that him?
Is that him? Is he there? But anyway, Pirates of the Caribbean, I love that ride. To me, that is a must go on. Like, Brandon even went on it in Disneyland, which, like we said, once we complete all this, then we're going to do Disneyland as well.
We'll do that, yeah.
Yeah. But, so we'll just, so there you go. Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, I could talk more about it, but we love it. Go ahead, Felicia, your next ride.
I'm going to do Winnie the Pooh ride.
I have that on mine as well.
This is actually Jamal's favorite ride.
Yep.
And it's really cool. Like, you sit in the teapot.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you go through, like, this Winnie the Pooh thing. And, like, I like the part where it's, like, Tigger bouncing and the thing actually, like, bounces up and down.
It's cool, too, because, like, even, like, the queue. Like, I would say Disney and their queues is, like, very intentional, and I love it. Like, it transforms you, too. Like, the first time I went with you guys, because you guys went on it, because I think we went to, like, Magic Kingdom, like, 3 times in a row we went to Florida. And you guys were, like, I think we went to Space Mountain the one time. Mm-hmm. And you guys went there, whatever. But I remember you was like, Jamal's like, this is my favorite ride. Now, every time I wanted to go, it was so long of a wait. Then the one time I finally got to ride, I'm like, Jamal, I understand. This ride's amazing.
And Jamal's not like that big of like a ride guy. Like he hates like up and downs and stuff.
Because there's even some rides at Disney
this
he's
one
like,
he likes.
I'm good.
Because like, and there's like a part where it's like the black light colors and everything in there. Cool. Jamal's like, that's a little kid ride. I said, oh, it's an everybody ride.
Yeah.
See, that ain't no little kid ride.
I will say for Disney, it's cool too because their rides are for everyone too. Like, I mean, there's some that are like for more like adults, would you say, but it's still fun. Like everyone can enjoy it. I love Disney so much. I guess I will say. Well, I guess since I just mentioned, I'll mention Space Mountain.
I knew that you would have that, and I didn't. I've never ridden that ride, and I'm too scared to do it.
I will say I was scared the first couple of times. The first time I did it, but I said, you know what? Because the first year everyone went. I remember Uncle Dave and like all of them went. Like a big group. I was too afraid to do it. And I remember we went back one of the last nights we were there, the first time we went to Disney. And I said, if it's there, I'm going to ride it. And then it broke down, and then it was back, and it was like a 2-hour wait. And I was like, fuck, I can't do it. The next time we went, I said, Jeremy, you're going to do it. I will say, Tatiana can agree with me on this. When we went to the Christmas at night, I have it on my vlog too. They say, do not record. I recorded. But it was amazing because they had lasers and it was Christmas music, but it was like a rock version of... I can't remember the song, but it goes. Oh
yeah.
But it's like a rock version. There's like lasers and everything. You're like swinging around. It made the vibe way. We did it twice. I remember we did it once, and I think we had maybe 10 minutes before it was about to close, and everyone's like, "Okay, you have one more ride," and we're like literally sprinting to get to it. Tatiana's like, "Space Mountain, let's go again." So I remember we went, and Tatiana, I don't think did Tatiana go before that? I remember we went, and she was like, that was amazing. I'm like, yeah. To me, it's like one of the best experiences I've ever had with Space Mountain Christmas time. I mean, it's fun besides it, but it's just a different vibe at Christmas at the laser.
Isn't it just pitch dark normally?
Mm-hmm. It's just, which it does.
Do they play music?
They do usually play music, but it's like, it was a different vibe with the lasers and everything, because it was just like upbeat and like Christmas, and I love Christmas. So it just made that ride like 10 times better.
Well, what's their normal music like?
Honestly, I can't remember. Because I haven't ridden it since it's in a while. It's been a while. I could look, but...
Oh, I was just curious if it's just like rock music or silence. I've never been, like I said. I don't think I can do it.
I could send you a link real quick just so you can get a quick thing of what it is. It's nothing super fancy, but it's nothing like the Christmas. There, I just sent it to you. Space. But the Christmas one is like the best. I call it a Christmas overlay.
I have heard that. Oh my god, it's got a freaking ad, man.
Plus with the lasers you can kind of see better because it's not like... Oh, it's funny. It's like coming out of your computer. That's funny.
Yeah, it won't go through my headphones. Aren't you going really fast, though?
Yeah, there's some moments there's just one thing. It's like a corkscrew. You just go faster, and there's like a noise to make you feel like you're going faster too. You're like winding up and goes, but it was super fun. So Space Mountain is the next one.
Never bad.
I don't know if it's not as bad as you think, but it wouldn't be too bad. I mean, if you did like the Incredicoaster, I think you'd be okay with that. Plus, it's like
I don't know.
It's like a staple. I feel like too. now that I've gone on it, which I'm not a big
Maybe
roller
one
coaster
day.
guy. We were gonna do the Incredicoaster when we went to California, but the wait was too long, so we didn't get to go. And then we spent
Yeah,
So, but anyway,
maybe one day. This one I try to get the high score on this game every time, and I can't do it. The Buzz Ride.
yep, that's on my list too.
Buzz Lightyear.
It's funny because every time before I go, I always watch a video on how to get like the highest score, and no matter what, I never get it. And I remember I gave you guys pointers
cannot.
once, and then like I think Jamal or someone beat me, and I was mad. I was like, "F***ing serious? You talk about me cheating, and you guys got the higher score." And then I
I
say this
try.
anytime
Even
I go,
though I don't, it's still fun.
anytime I go with Chrissy, which when we went for the Christmas one again, she did the same thing. You guys always tell her she thinks it's hilarious. She'll take the cart and spin me around so I don't get it. She thinks it's the most hilarious thing there ever is. She's just laughing her ass off, spinning me around. She doesn't care about her score. She cares about going around in a circle.
Cheer me up.
Yep, she thinks it's hilarious because then everyone's laughing. She's like, "Yep, that's me. I'm the one getting Jeremy mad."
That game, or that's a
That'd be
game.
Chrissy.
It pretty much is a game, but
Yeah.
that ride is so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
And like we said, the queue, like the huge like toys and everything in there. I don't know. I always like
Brandon
it.
liked it too. Plus, it's like a ride, but it's also like a game at the same time. I love those type of things.
Yeah. One day I'm gonna get the high score.
Mm-hmm.
Just
One day,
not for now.
not for now.
I hope next time.
Yeah. Let's see. This is another good one that I went for the first time a couple of years ago, and that would be Peter Pan.
Oh yeah, I love Peter Pan. Animals.
Oh, I was like,
I
what
tried.
was that?
I say one of the animals. I don't know what they're doing. We tried so many times to get on that ride, and it was always such a long wait, and we finally.
I remember
got to
Jamal
do
would
it.
always say like, "Oh, Peter Pan's my favorite ride." And Felicia would always tell him, "Jamal, you've never been on Peter Pan. We've been on Winnie the Pooh." And then be like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah." And then another time he's like, "Oh, Peter Pan's a favorite," and she's like, "Jamal, never been on Peter Pan, Winnie the Pooh." And then we found out we went on Peter Pan. Jamal's like, "Yeah, I've never been on that ride, but that one's amazing because it's cool
Like
because
I
you're like up
told
in the
you.
air and you're like looking down and it's like everything's like small and it's just like it's so cool."
It is. Yeah, I do like it, and like I like when before you go when they do like the magic and the
Yep.
for the bar to come down.
Mm-hmm.
I love all that.
They're all in with that stuff and I love it.
I think we only did it once. It was during the party, right?
Is that when we
The
did it?
Christmas party.
Yeah.
Thought
That was when it was. Yep.
that was the only time.
Mm-hmm.
But we're
Because
gonna
we
do
did
it. Again. I
it,
know
yeah.
we
Because
will.
then we did it the other time. I think it was California.
Yeah.
I will say though,
It's
as
still
far
raining outside.
is it? Yeah, it's supposed to rain for a while. I
Yeah.
will say, like the parties, the Christmas party, which it's like one of those things. Like, I mean, this past time we decided just to go to Hollywood Studios instead of the party because it just made more sense. Because plus, like, it was the
Yeah.
same price like all day. But the party is fun because plus you get the benefits of having like snacks, whatever, and the rides aren't as long. Like, it's pretty much. I mean, there's some wait time, but
Yep.
it's not like ridiculous. You know.
Nothing like it normally is.
Especially because you get to get in early, like a couple hours, and then like what everyone's doing, like fireworks and you're just like doing a ride,
You're just doing your
Yeah.
your.
eating a cookie. So, but yeah, so
Honestly, if you do go during the regular hours, you gotta get Genie Plus,
yes, got it, Genie Plus.
and you gotta know how to
I know
use
people
it.
complain about it, but it's worth it. You can because there's
It
some
is.
there's some rides you can do like you can. Felicia's better at it than me because like I remember when I tried to do it at Hollywood Studios, it wasn't working right for me. I was getting frustrated, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, we need to do another one. Felicia's like, I already got it taken care of. It's like, you do? She said, yep, at this time. I was like, oh,
I'm
perfect.
just good at it. I watched a lot of videos about
too.
it, best ways to use it.
Like I've
and
watched the videos, like I've sent them
I'm
to
good.
Felicia, and I'm still not as good at it. Felicia will be like, it's perfect because as soon as you scan it, you can do your next ride. So Felicia's like scanning in, all immediately she's like, bam, looking. Because the cool thing too, with Genie
I'm like
Plus,
with that how
yeah,
Jeremy is with like tech stuff.
Yeah.
Like Jeremy he can just do that and I can't.
Yeah.
And for me, Disney, I
Just got
got
it
it,
down.
man.
which is fine with me. It's funny because like certain tech stuff, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, oh, just do this. Oh, okay, that works. Sounds good.
So when I look at our first Disney trip though,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, what am I doing? I didn't have any like like now I got all the Disney shirts and like
Yeah.
sweatshirts and everything. I'm like, I didn't have the.
Yeah.
Where's my lounge fly? Where's my little Nuemo?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
My
Well,
ears.
Why aren't we
No.
going? Why aren't we going around getting food like every couple of trips or a couple? Of
I
things,
think
whatever?
because we had watched some videos before, but not
Nothing like we
invested
do
how we are
no,
now. Like
no,
I literally watch Disney vloggers like almost every day.
yeah, because
like,
like back
pretty
then
much every
too,
day.
like it was just like a never been there before thing. Like I honestly didn't know what to expect, and we went there. I was
I
like,
had
this is
no
amazing.
idea.
And that's also when like Genie Plus was Lightning or Fast Pass, whatever was free, whatever.
Oh yeah,
it's still
yeah.
worth
So
it.
that stuff wasn't
Because
there.
I remember Disney or California, we got it. And remember, you asked all of us as we were walking to Star Wars, you're like, should we just get it? And we're like, you know what? It was like $20 or something a person. I'm like, whole day?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth it. If you're going to spend the whole day,
It is.
I think it's 100% worth it because you could do a lot more. Because, like I said, there's some rides that work, some that don't. Because, like, too, you know when you can go on that ride. So, like, say you have a break for like an hour, which is what we did the one time. You can either, like, chill, whatever, or you can go get something to eat or whatever. It's like, you don't have to sit
Yeah, it
in that
helps
line for
plan
the
your
whole
day
time.
out.
Yeah. Because plus then,
Yeah, so
like,
you don't waste your
if
time
there's a
just
ride
waiting.
you can't go on, or like say there's a ride that's like a 20 or 30-minute wait, and there's a ride that's an hour and something wait, you could use Genie Pass for that, and the 20-minute wait, just go wait in there and go on that ride.
Mm-hmm.
So, very good. Let's see. I will say
I thought it was my turn.
you just. Oh, yeah, what? I thought. Oh yeah, it is. Sorry, I did Peter Pan. Sorry,
Yeah, you had Peter Pan.
my bad.
This one, I'm sure some people won't say it's a ride, but to me, it's a ride. The People Mover.
I literally had my list. I was just gonna say the same thing.
I love the People Mover.
Especially like at a certain part of the day, you're just starting to get tired. It's perfect. Just sit around, just go around the park. Beautiful.
You get to look at everything, and like you get to go in through that part of like Space Mountain, and sometimes
Actually,
the lights are on in there.
We got to go on the Space Mountain or the People Mover when it was the Christmas time. Remember? Because they're like, I was like telling you guys, I was like, it's Christmas music, it's awesome. We all went through, like, that's awesome. I was like, Tatiana, do you want to go again? She's like, yeah,
Oh yeah,
go.
because you could hear it. We could
Yeah.
hear the music
I was like, you guys are like, what?
and saw the
Yeah,
lights.
you guys are like, I don't understand. I'm like, just wait. And all of a sudden we go by, see all the lasers, and you hear the do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And Tatiana's like, I want to go. I was like, all right, we're gonna go.
It's nice. You get to see the castle and like see everything. You just chilling in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I know when they were building Tron, like a lot of people went on it to kind of peek at Tron.
Yeah, that's a ride I do want to do.
One day I want
to try it.
to like to go on it. I know a lot of people like fitting on it because it's really weird. You're
I've
like
seen
on
that,
a bike leaning forward. And the problem a lot of people have is the thing doesn't close behind their calves.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
And like it's weird because you'll see, just look at videos of people like there's a test bike to try.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's just weird how it like puts you in there. Because like people of like different shapes, like someone could be like, they were like skinnier, but then like the bigger person, and like it doesn't. I guess it matters where you carry your weight. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I guess one of my goals to lose weight is because I want to fit on. I could fit on it now. I don't know, but I would like to know for sure.
Honestly, I've been thinking about the same thing too. Or even like that Harry Potter ride. Remember when we went the first time and we're like, is this going to close? I remember I was super afraid if it was going to close or whatever. I do want to say I do appreciate the rides that have, like, if you're not sure if you're going to fit, they have the like the test seat outside. I like that.
And it's off to the side. I appreciate when it's off to the side.
And not like
right there, everyone watching you.
Yeah, then it's awkward. But I do appreciate that rather than like going all the way and it's like, yeah, you don't fit. It's like, damn. Luckily it hasn't happened, but it's just something I've always just worried about. But
and I feel like
if
if we lived like close and I'm like, you're like, okay, well, I'm trying to lose weight. And we went and we just like, oh, I'm going to go see if I fit on the Tron ride.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't fit, you'd be like, okay, well, I know I'm going to try to lose so much more and do stuff and I'll try it again.
Right.
But when you travel there, you're like, I have no idea these dimensions. So we'll see if it works. And if it doesn't,
I've seen people
who
legit
knows?
ride that ride like 5 times in a row. They think it's like that good.
It looks really
It does.
cool.
I really want to do that
'Cause
one
you're, like,
ride.
on a
The what is it? The Avenger or the Guardians of the Galaxy new ride. What is it called? I forget what it's called. I don't know.
Breakout. Mission Breakout.
Is that what it is?
Right.
No, that's the Tower of Terror. It's some other ride. It's
Oh.
like the roller coaster looking ride. Yeah, I forget the name. I just had it, now it's gone.
I hear a lot of people get motion sickness on that.
Really?
And I feel like I'd be one.
Probably.
I think they say because of how the ride is, like it really does feel like you're kind of moving in space. So I think people can't like, your brain can't detect where you're at, and you kind of just feel like, and I think that's why it happens. I would like to try though, because I know the songs on there are really good too.
Yep. I will say that's one thing too from Guardians of the Galaxy. The whole series is their mixtapes and their songs are awesome.
Oh, it's always fire.
Yep. The next one I'm going to bring up is Big Thunder Mountain.
I thought you were gonna say Big Buddy. I got that on my list too.
That's the first ride we ever went on at Disney, actually.
Yep, that's why it's on there. Like
I remember
we went straight to that ride.
Mm-hmm. I love that ride. I remember we went once
I'm
after
not
it
like
rained.
big on all roller
No,
coasters, but
that's-
that one, yeah.
It's a classic. But I will say though, I didn't know what I was getting to the first time I went on it because
Oh, I had no idea.
I always watch the videos, the sing-alongs. Everyone looks like they're having lots of fun. And then we went on it. I'm
Yeah.
like, I didn't expect this. I'm like, it's not
You hear
bad.
the track.
Yep. The one thing I will say about those rides is like when you're going up and it's like inside, it's just super loud and whatever frequency it is, it messes with my head.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I'm always
Hey, how
like, I'm
about
gonna
this?
bring
Next time-
earplugs.
I would say next time, bring your what are those called?
A loop earplugs.
Loop. Bring your loop earplugs.
I always say I'm going to and I always forget, but this time I actually did remember to bring them, but I didn't use them because I didn't. Or no, yeah, because and then none of the rides we went at Hollywood Studios I needed them, but certain rides I'm gonna start putting them in. But
Yeah.
yeah, loop earplugs, they don't sponsor us. They're just great earplugs. I have a few pairs.
Yeah, not a sponsor.
No, I've used them at shows
Could
before.
be a
I've
sponsor.
used them at Yellow Card, Taylor Swift. I've used them on the motorcycle. I've used them where else? I forgot. I've used them other places, and they're great, fantastic. Yeah. So
Goody
the Big
for
Thunder
you.
Mountain. We even went. There was one day it rained at Disney. I remember Boo was like walking around in the rain. Everyone was like huddled up under the castle, and then like all the wait times dropped dramatically because everyone was
Oh
raining.
yeah.
And then Felicia's like Big Thunder Mountain. I think it was like a 5-minute wait or 10-minute wait or something. We're like, we
It was like nothing.
ran to that. Yeah, we ran to that.
We did. We took off.
It was fun. But yeah, so Big Thunder Mountain's my next one.
And the turns on that too, where you're like,
Yeah.
you're not this sideways, but you're like,
And then you
this.
go like, woo, woo.
Is that that's the one too, right? I after we ate at we ate that food
Yeah.
and my belly was stuffed. We'll talk about what I ate next
week, yeah.
next episode.
'Cause,
Yeah.
another cool thing
But-
about that one is like you see the other like trains going around and you all just like put your hands up and like wave to them. It's just like a thing you do. It's
Yeah,
cool.
like woo.
It's us. And then at the end, you always got to pace or like set yourself up and like try not to tense up because it's always going to slam on the brakes and you're going to go jolt forward. So you got to be prepared for it.
Tell someone to have me figure out how to do that.
So every
because
time,
I
all of a
don't
sudden, hear
know.
from Felicia, oh,
Every time.
every time. Yeah, Big Thunder Mountain.
All right. I'm going to mention this was one I always wanted to go on as a child, and then I didn't get to go the first time. It was for our what was that trip? Doug was there. It was like Halloween time, and it was Dumbo. We went on Dumbo.
October 2021.
And me and Boo got to go on Dumbo,
Oh.
and yeah, I don't know if you ever went on it.
No, but I've watched it. I've always felt like I'd be too big for
Oh, no. The queue for it is like you're in this tent and everything. And then when we did go in it, there's like a little stick for you to like, you want to go up or down. And like me and Boo thought we were, because we went in the same one.
Yeah.
You could do 1 or 2 people in there. If me and Boo can both go in there, then why can't you go in there?
it. I don't know. Well, that was the point. And I was
We-
like, oh, I guess I can go.
Oh, we thought we were too heavy because we just would hit the thing to go up, and we're like, we're too fat, it don't work. And then almost at the end, we were like, you hold it up, not just flick it up. And then we were like, woo! And then yeah, it worked. But yeah, love the Dumbo ride, and definitely like inner child's some there.
There's always a picture I see that floats around every once in a while. It's Donald Faison. He plays Turk from Scrubs, and it's him and his wife on the ride, and he has like a Star Wars hat on. It's always like when you go to Disney and you realize how much money you spent or something like that. It's just like always like comes back around. It's on Dumbo ride. That's why I say it.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Another ride that I've been on that we've been on once, and I've always wanted to go back, and I always see people going on it, and I'm jealous, is Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise. I think it's on my list too, but I think I only went on it once.
Me too. I've only went on the first time we ever went was the only time I went on it. I think it was the first time, was it? Yeah.
The first time I went on it, it was just me and Jamal because somehow we got separated from the whole group,
Yeah.
and you guys went, and then we went on afterwards. But I know Jamal loved it because he always he thought the guy was so hilarious that
Yeah.
we had. I know they all like have different jokes that they say.
Hmm. I love it though. It's fun.
I've always wanted to do it when they switch it to the Jingle Cruise
Oh, for the holidays?
for Christmas.
Yeah, I remember we were going to, but it was
Yeah.
like I think it was it down that day or something? No, I think it was just I don't remember. We just didn't get to go. I was a little sad, but what are you gonna do? Because I've noticed it's either people go to Jungle Cruise right away or they go to the Pirates first. We always go to Pirates right away.
Yeah, but it's a good ride. I
Oh.
don't know. It's fun sitting there. They like make their jokes they make. Everyone does different ones. And then, all like the fake animals. And once again, to bring it back to that VHS tape, I know that was on there too, because I remember
Yep.
the elephants
Mm-hmm.
from that ride were on there, and like there's people that had things they were holding around by the elephants.
So next time we go, we're gonna have to go on Jungle Cruise. I remember Doug really wanted to go, and we went and we weren't able to go. He was sad. He's like, "Damn, I just wanted to go on Jungle Cruise." Like, sorry, Doug.
Sorry, Doug, but please sponsor us and we can go.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
Karina showed me
We'll
a
give
thing
you
the
a
other
shout out.
day. She was like, "Oh, I just got this email for this deal. If you go 4 days, it's only $100 a day for tickets." She's like, "I'm just saying." And Doug's like,
But then
"What do
you
you
have to go 4
yeah,
days.
and then Doug's like, "What are you saying there?" She's like, "I'm just saying I got this email, $99 a day if you go 4 days."
Mm.
I was like, I mean, if you think about it, it's not that bad of a deal.
Yeah, Doug.
I mean, if you think about it, it's pretty close to like 2 days
Let us
normally.
know.
So I'm just saying, Doug, I'm okay with 4 days at Disney. Think about it. We can hit all the
Yeah,
parks.
You could do all the parks. All the parks.
Anyways, so yeah, Jungle
just saying.
Cruise, very good one.
All right, here's my last one I'll say for today is the Seven Dwarf Mine Train.
I don't think I've ever done that one.
I don't know if you were on it. I don't remember. It's very, very similar to Big Thunder Mountain.
Okay.
Very similar.
No, I haven't done it.
There's one room you go into and it's all like the dwarfs,
Mm-hmm.
and they have like buckets of gems, and they're saying that dig 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 song.
Yeah.
I dig 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 dig. I had to make sure I really hit that D there on that word. It just, as I was saying, like, this doesn't sound good. And there's like the witch,
Mm-hmm.
but it's very similar to that. But I like roller coasters like that, where it's like kind of like a more like tame one, but not to say they're that tame, because you even know from Big Thunder Mountain, they be whipping you, man. You be going,
Mm-hmm.
but I do like those. And I think I only rode it once. I forgot what we went for. I remember going on it. Alexander, comment down below, because I'm sure she was probably on it with
It
me, because
might
I don't
have-
think I've ever done a ride
It
by
might have been the
myself.
time that Doug, Jeff, and myself went to Space Mountain, and it was like over an hour wait, and you guys went on some other rides while you waited for us.
Maybe.
That was that
Ooh,
day. It was
please
like
comment
100.
down below.
It was that day. It was like 100 degrees outside,
Yeah, it was warm.
but it was still fun. It was a fun day.
Oh, yeah, it was.
So I have two, but I'll just throw them together because one's kind of a ride. Well, one is Tomorrowland Speedway. We've only gone on.
Oh, yeah.
I've only gone on it once there, and we went at Disneyland. I'll tell the story when we go to Disneyland. So Tomorrowland Speedway, very good. Another one we're always like, oh, I want to go on it, and the wait is super long. And this other one is kind of a ride, but more of just like a chill thing, and that's the Carousel of Progress.
Oh, yeah.
Carousel of Progress is very good because, like, I remember it was that hot day, and Felicia's like, oh, everyone online, because as you know, we watch all this before we go, so we get like we know. Like,
we got it now.
especially like when we're going to a park again after we went like Hollywood Studios, for example, we didn't go for like years. So we're like up to it. Like
Yeah.
I remember I was at your house, like I think like a week or something before we went. Like we were watching videos of like everything like up to like the last minute, basically of like this is everything new now, do this now, whatever. But
Yeah.
Carousel,
Because like I said,
yeah.
like, we live far away, so we got to make the most of our time
so
when we're there.
because if you just expect, oh, we were like 5 years ago, it's just gonna be the same. No, it's not. First of all, they didn't have Star Wars then or Toy
Totally
Story.
different.
But Carousel of Progress because it's fun. Like it's just air conditioned. It's cool. I will say the one time we went, I've been on a few times. The one time we went on it, people didn't wait for, because it's the whole thing spins. They didn't wait for it to stop, and they just opened the door and it's like
Oh, yeah.
everything up.
Yeah, because then it got stuck in between
Yeah.
scenes or something.
Mhm.
And that was dumb of that guy to do it, because someone could have like got stuck in between the wall and the thing.
Yeah, so then-
I don't know why
So
he
then
did
they
that.
had since it was messed up, they had to like restart the whole thing, which was like, oh, that's fine, whatever.
And it was better than I thought. I
Mhm.
didn't know what it was, but
Yeah.
I like they go through each scene, and like as they're doing each scene, I'm always like looking around like at all this stuff, because there's a lot of stuff in
Yeah.
each scene to look at.
I've seen it every time. It's still
and
still
they've
fun.
updated
Have
it.
they?
The
Recently?
last scene they've updated.
Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah, because they changed their outfits and stuff.
Oh,
They do do little changes on
that's
it.
cool. That song is
I
always
think
good.
because
It's
the
a
last
great-
scene's supposed to be
beautiful
current.
tomorrow.
It always gets stuck in my head.
Mhm. I used to walk out singing, it's a great,
Always
big,
does.
beautiful tomorrow. So good. But yeah, that's my list for Magic Kingdom. I will say there's probably more that I didn't see that, because I'll be honest, originally I had planned to do like a few rides and then food, and then Felicia and I discussed it literally right before we started. We said, you know what, let's just split into
Right
two,
before.
because it makes more sense. Otherwise you're going to be...
Because I'm going to tell you, for food and snacks, and I'm going to count like, coffee, drinks, specialty drinks, like
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah.
There's so much.
I need to look at it.
I
I just
couldn't.
have one right now. I will say two just random things, not really ride, just think. One is the fireworks. Like, I will say that, like, I've seen it. Like, I would like to continue to watch it, but if you haven't seen the fireworks, at least watch it once, and then after that, you can decide if you want it or go to rides, because that also is the best time to ride rides.
Yeah,
but,
it is, because everyone else
yeah,
is
at
watching
the same
fireworks.
time, if you want to watch fireworks, like, go ahead. But it's also the fact now, like, after COVID, like, Felicia knows this, I'm not a big fan. I never was a big fan of huge crowds before. But even now, I just feel like
Yeah.
sometimes, like, I'm suffocating. Like, I need to get out of this. But especially when you're, like,
Everyone's
watching the
coughing.
fireworks, you're like, oh, this is nice. You turn around, you just see the sea of people. You're like, holy and then the other thing I just had was the
Yeah.
castle / the vibes, just, like, of the park. Especially, like, the main street area when you first
Yeah.
walk in. Ugh. Especially Christmas. Christmas time was my favorite time there.
So beautiful. And plus,
Something
I do say there are rides that you can see the fireworks from too, which is also
Mhm. Awesome.
that's a vibe right there. Because
People Mover is one of them.
was that Splash Mountain was at Magic Kingdom, right?
I just realized I forgot to put it on
Remember,
here.
we
I
had-
went on it once or twice.
I didn't put it on there because it is now of no more.
Yeah.
But
It's still a good ride.
I do remember when we went on it when the fireworks are going on, and we got to that top part
Yep.
where you can just like see the castle, and we saw the castle and the fireworks, and then whoosh, you go down. But beautiful moment.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I wish I would have went that time, but I didn't. But I did go the one time. It was fun. So yeah, it's what I got.
So make sure you comment next week. You can tell us what your favorite rides are. And then comment because we're doing Magic Kingdom, snacks. So you already know I'm going to be looking at my app, pretending like I'm ordering stuff. So I remember all my favorite snacks. And tell us what your favorite snacks are from that park,
and-
because you know there are certain foods that they don't have in certain parks.
And so far, we have one vote
So just
for,
do Magic
for
Kingdom.
Epcot for the next one, for the next series. So tell us what you want.
Yes.
So far, we
So
have
the food one will continue for Magic Kingdom, and then
at
we'll
the end of
pick
the end of
next
next
part.
episode. Get your votes in now, because the end of next episode will tell us what we're gonna do next. If it's gonna be Epcot, Hollywood Studios, or Animal Kingdom. But Tatiana says Epcot, so that's number
Yes,
one so far. It's at the top.
sir.
At the top. It's like right here. So,
Right there.
and that's all I
So
got.
make sure
all I
you
got for this
comment,
week.
like, subscribe, and send us those voice memos. Shout out to Thaddeus for sending our
Yep.
first voice memo. You want to just remind everyone how
What a
to
guy.
go ahead and do that?
Yeah, so you can either go
What a
and
guy.
there's two ways you can do it. One is anchor.fm/so we don't forget, but then you have to sign up for an account and all that. That's not as fun. So what you want to do is go to speakpipe.com/so we don't forget pod, and you don't have to sign up or anything. You just go on the link, you click record, it grabs right from your phone, and it sends right to us, and then I get an email, so that's how I know. Very simple.
That's right. So make sure let us know all your favorite snacks and treats and coffee drinks and whatever. Excuse me, for Magic Kingdom.
Yep.
Hopefully I sound much better next week. Hopefully I have an update next week that Chloe is
A-okay.
doing fantastic.
Let's hope so.
We're hoping. I know I haven't talked about the other dogs in a while. That'll kind of messes my thing up. I think it's my hand.
That's okay.
Luna and Oliver are still, they're doing great. They're fine. I won't work because
I want to use that for the thumbnail.
for Magic Kingdom,
Oh,
we
yeah.
should be happy.
Oh, wait.
Ooh, wait. We're trying to get all this.
Perfect.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
the thing. I want fireworks.
Give it a second.
Donald, get out of here for a second.
That's perfect right there. There's a thumbnail. You guys just saw it happen.
So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tell us on them delicious snacks and treats and coffee drinks that you like. Until next time we are. So we don't forget, I'm Felicia.
And I'm Jeremy.
Toodles.
Toodly doo.
Of course the rabbit's A1. Who do you think you are?